U2TV. I'm Coach Danzy. Alongside my partner, Coach Fullert, and this is our preseason show. And today we have this student head coach, Coach Grasso. Now, Coach Grasso, you had a great, I'm not great, but you had a good season last year, and you had some really fantastic wins, I thought. You know, you beat Green Tech, you beat Newburgh, I thought were just fabulous wins, both on neutral courts as well, you know. You might have a different idea how your season went, but I thought it went, you know, you lost a lot of talent the 2 years you had before. You had tremendous talent. And I thought talent was still there, but you might have had less of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, last year we were a little bit inexperienced. We obviously graduated 5 seniors the year before, and coming off a 17-win season. So we knew there was going to be a learning curve for us last year. But we did, like you said, we won some very big games last year. We beat two sectional champions in Troy and Green Tech. We also beat Newburgh, who was a Section 9 champion. We beat CBA, who was the runner-up in the Class AA championship last year. We had some really big wins. We lost some close games, which I attributed to a little bit of our inexperience. And again, we lost in overtime in the sectionals, so to a very good Bethlehem team. The learning curve was there. I thought we had our chances late in the season to make some noise, but unfortunately last year it didn't work out, and this year we're using that as a little bit of motivation.
Now, you lost, Sam Booth, your emotional leader, your team leader, and everything else. But I thought Daniel, man, is one of my favorite players in the section, all of section. He's going to be stepping up a little bit more this year. But I thought he was very poised last year. Didn't do too much out of his range. Are you going to be looking for him to step up more and give you more?
Oh, no question about it. Daniel, as a sophomore this year, really coming into his own. And he's a leader on the floor. Obviously, he has the ball in his hands majority of the time, making a lot of the decisions for us, which is a great thing because he's a great decision maker. He has ability to create his own shot and create shots for other people, and that's contagious. So the other kids see that, and they see they're getting open shots from him. So now we got to return the favor to the next man. It's really about making the right basketball play. So at the end of the day, we're trying to put these guys in positions to make the right basketball play, and then it's up to them to do that.
Let me get one more question. Now, football season, man, this kid's been doing great the last 2 years. I mean, fabulous. You got one of your players, Gilson, on the team right now playing quarterback, doing a fabulous job. Your son is on the team as receiver and D-back. Talk to you about that excitement of the football team that's infused into your sports program.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. Right now we have three crossover kids that are football kids. Ethan Gilson, Garrett Galuli, and Casper Mattia. They're all on the football team, and they're doing a great job. And I think the crossover, it's nice. It's hard, obviously, for practice when you're having success, but it's a great thing for the school, the community, their programs. It's difficult because they're not able to do much in practice for us on the basketball court, but it's given everybody else a chance to get opportunities and show what they can do and create some depth in our basketball program early in the season, which is not something you always get a chance to do. And I think the basketball kids are stepping up. But as far as the football piece of it and bringing a little bit more toughness, I think that's a couple of things that those guys will do for our program and have always done. It's been a good mix. It's an exciting time. We play tonight down in Middletown against Somers, who's the reigning state champion, and they knocked us out last year. So we're excited. We're ready to go tonight, and then tomorrow we have a scrimmage for basketball. So
wow. Now, is there any competitiveness between the football program and the basketball program? Are y'all guys fighting? What's going on there? Any beef?
No, I mean it's a really good match. The kids all enjoy each other, both football guys and the basketball guys. And like I said, we have enough crossover kids at both levels, JV and the varsity levels, where it's a great school community. It's a great atmosphere. I always say if you have a good football program, a good team, it kind of sets the school year up for a positive, right? All the other teams to have a good positive, because there's a lot of kids that play football. So now you're bringing in different families into the community, and they're experiencing the success. And then guess what? In return, and we're very supportive. Like we talk to our basketball guys all the time. You need to go support your other programs, the girls volleyball, the boys volleyball, right? The soccer program, boys and girls, who both had tremendous seasons this year. So Niskayuna Athletics right now is really doing some great things, and they really have for a long time. So we're excited. Our program is excited for the opportunity coming this winter.
Now, if I said to Coach, that facility, your facility outside is amazing. I don't remember it being like that. I mean, because talk about the facilities here, man. It's unbelievable.
They did a great job with the capital project, upgrading the football field, the track. They just put in the baseball field, which is amazing. Everything's come together very nicely. So we'll see. There's another capital project on the horizon. So hopefully there'll be some indoor upgrades for the basketball facility, for the gym, obviously. So volleyball, wrestling, and basketball can all benefit from that one as well. That's in the near future.
Oh, so Coach, since you've been here and since your inception here, what would you tell me about your trajectory of how you see yourself coming into the job, where you were then, where you at now? Are you on projection? Do you like where you at? What are some of those things, the goals, your personal goals and stuff you had?
Yeah, I mean, the hard part is like I never set a timeline for anything. So it was always like instant success was really what I promoted with the guys. There is no time frame for how great we can be. Well, why set a limit on yourself, right? So come in, you change the mindset, you instill your beliefs and your culture into the program, and I think it came out. Initially, I think took over the job when I think they were like a 6-win team the year before, and first year out we had 15 wins. Next year was a COVID year. We had 11 wins out of 15 games. So, and then the following year we won 17. Last year we won 11. So I think it's kind of, you see it from the youth levels all the way up now, where there's kind of an expectation. And I try to tell these guys, the expectation is to just continue to get to the highest level possible, right? That's it. So whatever it may be, we're going to play our best, and we're only going to continue to get better as we go. Now, hoping to obviously win a championship. That hasn't happened as of yet. But in my 5th season, I'm looking forward to the opportunity we have.
100%. Now, talk to me about, I see some of you guys, and I saw you on the AAU circuit supporting you guys and being involved. Talk to me about the dynamics of keeping your players, keeping tabs on them, off-season type of stuff, watching them help develop the culture of the program. Talk to me about that process too.
Yeah, it's obviously a difficult process because you want to keep your guys, as within your program, but you also understand there's plenty of opportunities where these guys need to go, and each kid needs to go and play a certain amount of minutes in AAU to get that experience, right? So they're going to go their separate ways, but we continue to work out our off-season workouts, whether it be the weight room or the open gyms in the off-season, going down to Blatnick Park, playing together, and we play freshmen through 12th grade. So we bring pretty much as many kids as we can together because we feel like it's great for the young kids to kind of see the older guys and then even compete against them to kind of see where they are, and it just creates a great community atmosphere for our program. And then again, just supporting them any way you can. You want to show up to a tournament when you can. School, it's busy, right? Everybody's lives are crazy. You got kids going a million different directions. But it's great to see them in a different setting, see how they're handling being coached, see how they're handling different situations. Maybe they're not the point guard on that team. Maybe they're not the starter on that team. So now you get to see them in a different element, and I think it's good. I think it's good for them to experience it, and I know it's great for us as a coach to get when you get them back and you bring them together. It's not like well, we've been doing this all year long, and it's a little mundane, it's
right.
kind of fresh, right? So now they get to go play AAU and be around different kids, and then they come back, and it's like there's still that hunger and that drive to really want to represent that Niskayuna across their chest.
Yeah, 100%. Now, in addition to that, Coach, talk to me about program. This is like a preference type of thing. In your program, how much do you want your freshmen and JV to mirror what you do while allowing coaches to have the flexibility to do those things? Like, how do you mesh those?
Yeah, so I think we have our base fundamentals at every level. But again, you want to keep the individual coach. You want to give him the ability to coach. If there's a play that he feels fits his team, by all means, run it. If you feel like a man-to-man defense, a specific way of, yes, we have our basic principles for our defense, but if it's something that's going to benefit you throughout the season, it's only going to help the kids develop and grow. as a player, because if you're just doing the same thing over and over, right? How are you really growing as a player? You're only playing one type of one style. So I never worry about if somebody's playing zone on freshman or JV, and then we play man or vice versa, because it's basketball, right? You are going to practice against it. Guess what? A team may play zone, and you haven't seen zone in 6 games, right? And now you got to play against the zone. So it's just, I think it's good for the experience of the kids, and it rounds them out as a player.
No question.
Good.
Now, back to your players. You got Gilson, man, who's a fabulous outside shooter. I mean, you got logo range, really.
Yes.
You know, playing football right now as quarterback, I mean, you know, he's gonna be coming back a little late, a little sluggish maybe. He's got that football fatigue and everything else. How do you plan on managing that? But before you get to that, talk to me about his ability and his ability on the court.
Ethan's a great kid, great player, hard worker, high IQ kid. So you know, he's going to play a step ahead usually on both sides, and obviously he hunts shots. I mean, the best thing about him is he knows what he is. He's trying to obviously expand his game, and he's done a great job of it this offseason to become a creator as well. But he's going to hunt shots, and that's what we want him to do. And his mindset is real simple. If I'm open, it's going up, right?
Right.
And as a coach and as the players, they have the utmost confidence in him that it's going in. So I think that belief and that trust in him, the mindset from his teammates, it goes a long way in his confidence and everybody else's.
Yeah. Okay.
Coach, talk to me about the realignment now. So now we go from the triple A now to double A, vice, so forth and so on. You talk to me a little bit about your thoughts about the realignment now. And
yeah, it's definitely different. For us, our schedule doesn't change, so we still play all the AAA teams within our league, which is the Suburban Council, which is phenomenal basketball. It's the best basketball in New York, outside of New York City, and in my opinion, it's the best league. Without question, night in and night out, you're in a dogfight. So that's going to help us prep. And then, when it comes to sectional time, so you'll have the 8 AAA teams, and then you'll have 14 AA schools. And again, any year, any of those teams, any of those top teams can win the section at any level. So, this is a year where you're taking Green Tech and CBA, and they're a AAA. But you got McKeel is a double A this year, and who I'm probably sure they're one of the favorites to be in the championship for the double A's. You got Troy, who's the reigning Section 2 champion in A, which is combination now. You got a lot of great teams. I mean, you got Bethlehem, who's reloading. I don't want to obviously leave anybody out, but
right.
Those were the 3 teams that jump off because, those are the teams that were really competitive last year and had a chance to win at the AA level, and they're back in the same league. So.
100%.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about your thoughts on the top 5 players, your personal. Who you think are the top 5 players? You can pick players on your team anyway.
I can't. There's too many guys. There's too many guys that I would leave out. So I don't want to name players. Like I said, our league is great. You have a lot of top players in the league.
What if we do this? What if we do this, Coach? What if we say take the top off and just name some players, name some other players that are just the ballers or what have you? If you leave somebody off, you understand. You can't remember everybody, but just some players that come to mind that you could think of.
So right off the rip, you got Merritt from Troy, who's going to be a great player in our league this year. You got the Stallmer kid from Saratoga, who unfortunately got injured. I think he's a very good player. You have the Bethlehem. You got LeClaire from Bethlehem, and also Barnes from Bethlehem, who's a year older, who's now a sophomore. He's going to be a fantastic player this year. You got Osinski and Vogel, the young connection.
Yeah, CBA. Yeah.
They lost Kalen Leak. He was a great player in our league. You're going to have, and again, McKeel has the DeJesus at the point guard. They got Terrence.
The Robinson kid. Yeah.
you know, a couple other additions I've heard.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
just
Terrence is over there now.
Terrence Clark. So
Terrence
you got,
Clark, yeah.
you got some really good players, obviously, over there. And again, just looking excited about the opportunity to compete against those guys. You know, we had Green Tech in our gym the other day, and you know, obviously, they're going to be a formidable opponent.
Yeah.
Triple A's.
Yeah,
definitely.
And you know, they obviously with Maven and a couple of the other guys there, the bigs, they got some. They have some very good potential.
Yeah. Well, I asked that question because I just want to know how well your scouting is. You know what I mean? That's what I want to know. You know.
Scouting is, don't worry. We'll be ready.
Well, I see this guy everywhere, man. I see this guy everywhere, man.
Everywhere.
I tell you, we ask that question a lot of times because we're a small affiliate and we don't get a chance to see everybody and get every places. So when we talk to coaches and they can give us insight, it puts certain players on our radar, which helps us. So that's kind of the gist of it as well. But Coach, it's a fabulous. You know, you're one of my favorite coaches.
No question.
You know what I mean? He's straight up and down, Coach. So it's always a pleasure to get out and see you and speak with you. And good luck this year, Coach. All right, Coach.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate you being in our gym. This is a great setting. You guys do an amazing job for our basketball community in Section 2. I think you shine light on kids, like you said, that don't always get the attention, programs that don't always get the attention. And they love the broadcast, by the way.
Oh, man, appreciate that,
great
Coach.
feedback about it. It's exciting. And we just, again, thank you for everything you're doing for Section 2 basketball.
Thank you.